Hello everybody and welcome to the phonics revision session for Monday the 11th of May. I hope that you're all well. In this session we will be revising the sounds that we know. Those are the sounds that we have learnt so far this year. Children will need some paper, their learning book or a whiteboard, something to write with, so a pencil pen or whiteboard pen, and as ever it would be useful for them to have some individual letter and digraph, trigraph flashcards or some magnetic letters if you have them available. Let's begin by thinking about our sight words. I think we could read these together today. 2. They have were I he was the you a my she said what no. Well done if you're able to read those with me. We looked at 2, they, have, were, I, he, was, the, you, a, my, she, said, what, no. And now it's time for a quick recognition game. Can you find the word the? The. Yes, there it is. Was. Was. Well done if you were able to find the word was. You. You. Brilliant, there's the word you. A. My. Fantastic, there's the word my. They. Super. No. Yes, there's the word no. And finally, said. Fantastic. Now let's think about some of our sounds. Remember, I'm not going to say all of the sounds, so you really need to pay attention to see which sound I'm landing on. I think today you could say the sound first, and then I'll repeat it after you. Let's go. S. T. I. K. K. Ah. L. S. Qu. W. Z. Well done if you were able to say all of those sounds before I repeated them. Now let's think of some digraphs and trigraphs. Ch. Ng. A. Oo. R. Oi. Well done if you were able to say those sounds as well. Now let's think about some sentence reading. Can you see any of our sight words here? Well done if you were able to find the words what and the. Now we know 2 of the words, what, the. We can see if we can segment and blend the rest of the words together before we read the sentence. What is What is in? What is in the? What is in the big? What is in the big brown? What is in the big brown bag? What is in the big brown bag? Let's try another sentence. Adults, it might be that you want to pause the video now and allow your child a chance to read the sentence without any extra help. If you do that, when you're ready, press play and we'll check it together. If not, keep listening and we'll move on and think about that now. Are there any sight words that you can see in this sentence? Well done if you found the words he, of, the. So already we know 3 of the words in this sentence, he, of, the. Let's look at the rest of them together. He had. He had lots. He had lots of. He had lots of fun. He had lots of fun at. He had lots of fun at the. He had lots of fun at the park. He had lots of fun at the park. Well done if you were able to read that sentence with me. Now let's see if we can find the sentence that's hiding in these jumbled up words. The words that we have today are the, it, was, hot, sun, in, and a full stop. The, it, was, hot, sun, in, full stop. You might want to get your child to write these words by copying them onto separate pieces of paper so they can move them around. Otherwise, you might want to do this for your child. Pause the video and have a go at making the sentence. Remember to look out for those clues, what would come at the beginning of the sentence and what would come at the end. When you're ready, press play and we'll look at the sentence together. Okay, let's see what our jumbled up sentence was today. What do you think it was? Can you shout it out now? Let's see if you're right. It. I knew this word was going to come first because it had a capital letter at the beginning. It was hot in the sun. And then I knew that the end punctuation was going to come after the final word, and that in this sentence it was a full stop. It was hot in the sun. Well done if you were able to find that sentence. You might want to see if you can write it out now. Either cover up the screen and see if you can do it from memory, or copy the words down onto your page. When you're ready, let's continue with the video. We're going to do something slightly different now. I'm going to show you a picture and then I'm going to ask you to describe it in as much detail as you can. Can you pause the video and tell your adult everything that you can see in this picture? Adults, remember we're encouraging children to respond using full sentences and correct semantic structures. For instance, they might say, I can see a white car. They might say, I can see a house with a blue roof. Encourage your child to extend their sentences using adjectives to describe what they can see. If they're feeling really keen and confident, they might want to try to write down some of their ideas. When you think that you've had a really good chance to explain everything that you can see in this picture, press play and we'll move on to the next activity. Now it's time for our writing challenge. Like some of the other activities in this session, it's going to be a little bit different today. I know that lots of you have been doing some fantastic writing at home, and adults, I've been talking to many of you about how to encourage your child to write at this stage in the year. If we were in school, we'd be encouraging writing through purposeful activities. These might be activities where writing isn't actually the main outcome. So for instance, they're writing a note to their friend, and although they're writing, the thing that they want to do is send the note. Or they're going to go shopping, and so they need to write a list, but the thing that they're doing is the shopping. Often it can be easier to encourage a child to write if they don't necessarily realise that that's the outcome that's required. I'm going to set some writing challenges. Each day there'll be a new challenge, and then I'd like you to have a go at writing it and send me a photo on Portfolio or through Class Dojo. Today our challenge is, can you write a list of 5 things you can find in the kitchen? Adults, we spend a lot of time in this period of lockdown looking at the exact way to write sentences. So I've been giving a child a sentence either through dictation or through pictures on the screen and asking them to write exactly what I want them to write. Now I think it's time that we start to encourage children to write more freely, applying the sounds that they know. Children, you could go to the kitchen now and have a look. Maybe find some food in the fridge, some things in the cupboard, and then write me a list. Maybe your adult will need you to help write a shopping list for the next time they do some shopping. I would really love to see the photos of all the amazing writing that you're doing, so please do remember to pop them on Dojo. You could pause the video now, or you could watch to the very end, do your self-assessment, and then go and complete this activity. How do you feel about your learning today? If you're feeling confident and you're enjoying phonics, give me a thumbs up. If you're finding it tricky to keep doing writing, but you're giving it a good go, show me a thumb in the middle. And if it's proving to be very difficult at the moment, show me a thumbs down. As ever adults, it's really useful to have feedback on how your child is doing with their writing and with applying their phonics. Have a brilliant day everybody.